Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I thought I had something to say this morning, but I do not. So if I'm trying to think of whatever it was I was gonna say. Oh, Jesus. Got it on my... But I cannot remember. Ow. So, if I remember before leaving work, I will come back on here and say it. But right now, no idea. So, see you later. That person has a cow on there. That is definitely a cow. Nice. It's 5:05. Do you know where your children are? Oh. It was a day today. First 2 calls, or like back to back. Just dumb, mean callers. Well, the first call. No, I shouldn't say back to back. There were 2. There was one. He was okay. The first call of the day was somebody being rude. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, hello. Happy Thursday. Friday Eve. Kitty. She says, "Where were you? You weren't home." I know, because it's Thursday. I need to go into work. Ow. Just putting my work stuff down. Now I got my badge. I want to put stickers on my badge. I keep forgetting. So I'm going to try and work with Russ and make a t-shirt with him. You make a t-shirt, you know, and then he can buy a t-shirt. He's got more than one t-shirt now, so when you look on in the links below, I've got links to my Etsy and his Etsy. My Etsy does not have all of my artwork on it. Got his Etsy, my Etsy, our Amazon wish list, the link to my Facebook page for my art page. What else does it have in there? Instagram? No. Well, you can find me on Insta and we can buy stuff. You can't buy. I don't have an Instagram shop. I'm not doing it that way. But you know, we can work out, like, you DM me if you're interested in any artwork. I really gotta put this one back up. Miss Purdy. Alright, well, anyways, hello. Good afternoon. I'll talk to you later. I used to have a tuxedo cat. Those are the black and white cats. And I swear they are the smartest ones. Because my other cat would figure out that my thumb is not the treat. My treats are in the hand. So when I do this, she would paw at it and get the treats out. This one just decides to eat my fingers. Look, your treats are right here. Yeah? See, look at that. Oh, you figured out. It's in the middle. I'm wondering if it is because of her face being all squished like that. She can't tell where anything is. Also, she's like half blind and deaf. I'm not even making you. Yeah, there you go. Not even making you work for it. That's my thumb. The only thing you gotta work for it is to find it. You just took 2 at once. Good job. There's 1 left. Fingers. Will she find it? Will she? Oh, she got it. Congratulations. You got it. You ate it whole. You gotta chew your food, Miss Purdy. Messy face. I'm gonna cut her hair. You see the like clumps? But matting, her hair matting. But she won't sit still long enough for me to brush it all out, and it's like so much matting that just needs to be cut off. But she won't sit still long enough for me to do it safely because I don't want to cut her skin. My hair look good, don't it? It does. You can't tell me it doesn't. You can, but you'd be wrong. Alright, I'm not hungry, but I do have to pee. So, thanks for watching me feed my cat. See you later. I made myself a sandwich for supper. I don't feel like cooking. And honestly, we don't really have anything I want. So, sandwich. Just chicken, cheese, and garlic aioli. I watch TV now. Hello and good evening. It is shortly after 8 o'clock. I almost said 7. No, it's not 8. Shortly after 9 o'clock. Going to bed to hang out. I don't have anything to say, to add. There was an uneventful, nothing happened tonight. What is this? Oh, I forgot about this shirt. Where did it come from? Look. This is one of my Star Wars shirts. I know it's mine because I cut it so that it would sit, like that. And where has this been? It smells clean. Where has this been? I have to ask Russ. Somehow it ended up in his laundry. His laundry. We'll wash it again and then we'll wash it again. Yeah. Anyway. Hello. Good evening. Right. Like I said, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything. I made a sandwich. After I made a sandwich, I sat on the couch and did 0 things. I will say this. It is February. February is Black History Month. So I hope to learn new things every day for the next 29 days. Yes, it is a leap year. 29 days of Black History Month. So I'm going to learn something new. And one of my favorite phrases from Martin Luther King Jr. is, if I cannot do great things, I will do small things in a great way. I've been living most of my days since having a stroke. I've been living most of my days through that motto, simply because sometimes I can't do what I used to be able to do. So if I can't do great things, I will do small things in a great way. And on that note, enjoy this other information. Toodles.
What if I told you that an African American was as important to the navigation and exploration of the newly formed continental United States as Lewis and Clark? What if I told you that he'd been hiding in plain sight this entire time? Episode 1 of Negroes You Need to Know, York. Folks, if you went to a primary school like mine, then here was the extent of your education on the Lewis and Clark expedition. One day, the United States purchased some land from France. That was the Louisiana Purchase. Then President Thomas Jefferson commissioned 2 men by the name of Lewis and Clark to explore that land, and they did it successfully. The end. But there's a lot more to that story, and the a lot part is a man by the name of York. Let's get into it. Folks, Lewis and Clark were not alone on their expedition. There were a bunch of men that they brought with them. Perhaps the most important of that cavalry was a man that William Clark had grown up with his entire life, York. You see, both of these men, aged 34 at the time of this expedition, lived in the same place. That's because William Clark owned York. York was a slave, about 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, and his initial purpose on this trip was for personal protection of William Clark. I mean, these are men that are trying to navigate the United States from coast to coast for the first time. And you know they're going to encounter things that they'd never seen before. But in that treachery, in that danger, was an opportunity for York. You see, because of the circumstances of this navigation, York was given a level of autonomy that a slave, up until that point, probably never had. York was allowed to walk around freely with a gun. They used him on all types of expeditions and missions. He was politicking with Native Americans. York was a critical component to the success of this expedition, in part because people in the Americas had never seen anything like him. They were afraid. And Lewis and Clark used that to their advantage. To make a long story short, as treacherous as this expedition was, it was largely considered a success. That's why you know who William and Clark are today. But it was largely a success because of this man here, York. Now remember, York was a slave, so when these individuals get back home from their expedition, York, having enjoyed a level of autonomy that slaves just aren't accustomed to, asked William Clark for his freedom. And of course, William Clark said no. That created tension between the two for at least the next 20 years until, according to William Clark, he granted York his freedom. Now, history has all kinds of interpretations as to what York did with that freedom, but here's what we do know. The Lewis and Clark expedition probably goes a lot differently without this man right here. So the next time you hear anybody talking about Lewis and Clark or modern day navigation and exploration or even that college up there in Portland, Oregon, tell them about York. Tell them that's a Negro you need to know.